All right, it is now time for raising funds for World Domination, day number 145. All right, as for the standard intro, we've got the renovation hearing coming up at the 8th. Still no changes there. It's, I guess, less than 3 weeks now. Terminal block mining simulation game version 0.0.8 was released on September 10. The video that I worked on for almost a month, just over a month, that was released September 14th. So far, the revenue from that video is $7. So that one is the metrics are kind of strange. I don't know how. I guess we'll have to learn how the YouTube algorithm works now. It was pretty flat, and then it kind of it really spiked up. So it was like way below average, and now it's like it spiked up to like the lower end. It's like just below the range of average now. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's I guess it's categorically different from my other content, so maybe it'll take longer to get out to people, or I'll have to do more business videos in order for it to get recommended. So next things to work on. I made the post with the graphic to LinkedIn and also other socials. That didn't seem to get much interaction on LinkedIn. Most of my stuff on LinkedIn doesn't seem to there's like a steady trend. I get like a couple follows a month or something on there. Not really anything significant. As for what I worked on today, so there's I have another video concept that was in my queue to work on. I had hoped that I would finish the last video earlier, so I still had a bit of time and left in like summer, where it actually looked like summer outside, because it involves some outdoor filming. So I actually took today. If I don't get those scenes filmed in like the next couple of days, then I will not be able to film them. But I guess I can kind of wait and edit them later. So I decided to just take today, and maybe I may do today's Tuesday. Yeah, I may even just take Wednesday and Thursday. I may also take those days if I can hopefully get what I need. Because if I don't get them in like within those days, the leaves are already the summer went fast. So before I knew it, we were in an incredible heat wave, so it was too hot to even go out. And then as soon as it got nice out, then all the leaves changed immediately. Orthoplex 64, how's it going? Anonymous user, my man. How are you doing today? I'm pretty good. I finished the last 2 goals. Get the next release of the game out. And get the latest video out. And the other thing I worked on, oh yeah, I guess I have I guess I'm 2 for 2. I have restarted the daily community post, so maybe I'll try to come up with something every day that seems to actually be effective in keeping the channel views propped up. And I've also started experimenting with the selling on YouTube through the Shopify Google Merchant Center system. So I set up one test item a couple days ago when I first set that up, and then I realized that so Shopify allows selling of digital items explicitly, and YouTube, from what I understand, I tried to look at so many things to look for, but I think YouTube does not explicitly forbid digital items, but Google Merchant Center does. Google Merchant Center seems to be only like for selling T-shirts and stuff. So I'm gonna have to be careful to not make sure the product sale list are like comply with their terms. So I have a few old from my past Kickstarter regular expression stickers. So I set up an item for that for $2, which is actually at a loss. But I'll just like I like ramping things up as an experiment. So I did like the minimum amount of work to put the item up, and I also updated the domain, so it's actually like it's not like a random string of letters. It's actually a subdomain of my my robertelder.org domain. Make it look more professional. So if that $2 item that I have sells, then I will relist another item and put more work into it. Suggestion: apply / commands from Discord chat to control the stream in some manner. Animations, code execution from YouTube chat. / commands from Discord chat. You mean the existing Discord that people have? There's not a lot of people who use that. Animations, code execution. Yeah, I don't know. Some people invest a lot of work in. They have like interactive aspects. I don't have the time to invest in that. I got to work on more fruitful, immediate things. Jimmy says, very interested in stickers, regex, and otherwise. Yeah, if you want, if there's, I guess for anyone listening, if you want to get a good deal on the sticker pack, I think you should probably be able to go to any one of my, I looked, I don't think it seems to list it on the live streams. I'm not sure. That you guys can let me know if you see any anything in the shop below. But I checked on my most recent video. If you check that one, most likely you'll see the item for the $2 regex stickers. There's only one quantity available. So if you buy it, I'll relist the next one at I'll probably list the next one. I'll put it at $4, and then that's a decent strategy to figure out how I should price things. Just put it at a certain price, and if it sells, then relist it at a higher one. I'm in YouTube chat. Woke up an hour ago. Just check for you. The NPM library I use is called YouTube chat. It doesn't require Google authentication or anything. NPM, but they're always getting infected with malware. I don't want to use NPM. Just see the link for the app in the description here. The app, you mean like the official YouTube app, or is it? I don't have any apps that I'm selling. Just peek in the back end of it, write your own. Yeah, I could invest more time in like interactivity. What specific feature? What specific feature are you looking for interactivity? Oh, the game. Yeah, the link to the GitHub. Yeah, there's a join link. Join is a channel number, and then also that's like in the description part, but usually it's below that. Found them. Excellent. That means they're showing, being served. Yeah, the $1 item I put that sold in like within 2 hours. So I was like, maybe this will have a high click-through rate. So I listed the stickers last night. So then it's been up 24 hours and it did not sell at $2. So it may take more than that, but we'll see. Probably be I guess it's the kind of thing I need to have that up and available, so that when I do get the next surge of traffic, then I'm kind of ready to capture the value from that. You could specify super chats in it to monetize better. One super chat of $5. Oh yeah, I guess I've seen that before, where people have like, you can super chat a certain amount to play like fart noises or something. I guess I could add that. Yeah, it's one more thing to look into. Everything takes so much time. It requires maintenance. So technically I've done that. Yeah, on the Shopify selling, I guess I already set that up, so there's really no action item there. Oh yeah, and lazy commentary review of last video. That's high up on my priority list. I don't know if I'll actually I have just a bunch of random junk to do this week. I don't even know if I'll get that done this week. Yo, Robert, how's it going? Not too bad. How are you? You could even go as far as making a community repository. Say, for example, users who contribute can earn a cut of the money. Helps the labor of it. That sounds like a whole barrel of what do you call it? Barrel of monkeys. I don't really want to get in managing a community repository of stuff that I run. What about when people want to contribute malware and sharing money and stuff? That requires precise legal contracts. Did you watch my last video on how to write legal contracts? Having an annoying day. Headset is low volume since I upgraded to Windows 11. Oh, nice. That's a really random problem. Yeah, Windows. I haven't used Windows in so long. There's so many aspects of Windows just getting so terrible. Like basic aspects. It like challenges my understanding of how a computer works, or like how basic concepts of using a computer work, because it seems like they're out of solving problems, so they just like introduce new problems to bring money out of people. Like the concepts, like it used to be when you search, there was a clear way to do operations on your computer. There were only local operations that didn't require network access, like searching for files or something. But now when you search for files, it'll like search the internet. Thousand code monkeys, 1,000 keyboards. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. If I get time to invest in improving the broadcasting setup, then I'll have to research it well on my own, so I know what to do. I'm sure there's probably some. I think probably like, I always forget if it's Streamlabs or Stream Elements or whatever. I'd have to look into it. I think I might be able to multi-stream through them, and they have a bunch of integrations and stuff. They seem to be like the go-to one, but then they also have to pay money for that. So I don't even think it's economic. It would be economic for me to invest in all that. Best part is when I called headset manufacturer for support, they just offered to replace it. Yep, that's how things are today. PFDI boy says hi. How's it going? It's not going to fix the problem, but I'll take a free $200 headset. Yeah, they also wear out too, physically a bit sometimes. Well, I don't know. I've had I've gone through lots of pairs of headphones in the past. The wires, I guess if it's I don't know if you said it's wireless or not, but they physically, like a few times I've gone to like pull them out, and then it'll just like snap. The plastic thing will snap. Should get back to work. Hope you have a great night. Have a good night. BFTI boy says, I'm not sure how to read that emoji. I get that it's like it looks like one of those round Pokemons that's like waving its arms at you. It's wired. Very rough on the wires. It's a hug. Yeah, is that supposed to be like a specific character, or it's just like a generic hug? Because it looks like it's a Pokemon or something. What is that called? Jigglypuff or something? Or like some kind of like a Japanese video game character. Yeah, so that's my status update tonight. I probably won't stream that long because I don't have a lot to report. I guess I'm in between projects, and I have a bunch of boring stuff to do throughout the day. I will continue doing updates on whether the status on the Shopify store. That's kind of interesting to follow. I almost thought about maybe I should start working on the next like scrollable list feature. That's the next thing I'm going to work on for the block mining game. But I should probably just focus on other more urgent tasks for the time being. Game Dev Chat says hello. How's it going? Good evening, Robert. Thank you for the video. Today I started my can picking up business and made a what is that, 103,438% return. Excellent. I'll reach out by purchasing a 10% stake in World Domination soon. I don't know if I want to give up equity in this business. This is going to be a high growth business soon. Anonymous says, do you mind answering a software consultant question? Sure. You have to pay for that? Oh yeah, I should charge people money. You should start a consulting company to become a 37-year-old millionaire. That's what I tried. I tried that, but it didn't work. Instead, I just became a broke loser. What does it look like? The let's see, that's I guess an angry guy, a bench, and then another non-angry guy. I'm not sure about that graphic. Super chat for consoling. Yeah, that would be a pretty good business model. When the I guess last around Christmas last year, I was getting there was 100 people in the chat. But I guess that was because my videos were trending a bit more. But it would be that'd be a pretty good gig to just sit there and answer chat questions all day, make money. I left a big company and started working with some friends that I met. At a previous company, we started a small consulting integration company. Programmable logic controller and integration stuff. I'm wondering, how do you keep managers, whatever, happy? They don't know the nature of programming. What gets the work is invisible. That's actually a good question. What I would the way I actually deal with that is with deception, but in the reverse way you would think about that. So because they have no idea what how long stuff takes and stuff like that, what you can do is you can figure out how to manage the communication of the project, of your status updates, and if you communicate what you've done, you can communicate less than what you've actually done. But you always want to come to a meeting and be truthfully saying I completed this. So here's what we finished this week, and then you can be if you're doing major refactored this thing, or migrated this to that, stuff like that. The managers won't understand or really care, but because they don't like for example, maybe you added a text box or something like that to something, or like you you added a piece of text to the program, so you did something that takes 30 seconds, and so that and like obviously you know what will impress the manager and what won't. So you can almost think of it like there's like the manager's status update and progress report, which is like monotonic. It's like you're always making progress. There's always some new permanent thing that's committed. And there's like the progress log for the manager, and then there's the progress log for software developers. So software developers can appreciate, like with my block mining game, I spent a massive amount of time, that was like at least 60 days refactoring how the screen layer merging stuff works, and like the game basically looks exactly the same, and it might even be a little bit slower as a result of that. So from like a manager's perspective, I did no work at all. So that would almost that would be a really tough one, because there's so much like value add to that on the back end. But like for the software developer, what I did was I merged together. I had like 6 different layer merging functions. I had 6 different ways of doing the same thing, and they all had bugs. And so for a software developer, I would update them and all those things. And then I guess the public facing thing would be I added the ability to get transparency on the player character, which was something it didn't support. So that's for 60 days to implement that. It's not very impressive. But I'm at an advantage where I don't actually have a non-technical manager, but you will kind of have to like sneak in. Like you can maybe even think about it like where at Google they had you had like your 10% time or 30% time or whatever, where like you can secretly do work that you know is going to be necessary, and then later, and then like just don't tell them that you are doing this work, and then later you can be, when it comes time to bear the fruits of that, that's just another casual thing you can throw in on an update. And you can also you can maybe even hold back on things that are easy. So if you know one feature, there's like a really important bug, you can say like, okay, this week we're gonna fix this and that and update them on these things, and then next week we'll fix the second one. So you have to kind of queue them up to keep the person happy, and that way in every meeting you can say we made progress. Someone who falls under the whoever category who engages programming consultants just act with integrity and communicate well. I have thought of, oh my God, have time to get something done. Yeah, something useful done while no one is looking. Yeah, I mean, when you think about the, I called it deception, but it really is about like communication management, because, like as you said, if the manager truly doesn't know anything about it, then like if they come to you and say, I want you to do, 3 tasks. I want you to add this. Like I guess you said PLC. I guess it's programmable logic controllers. I'm not exactly sure what specific things they'd come to ask you to do, but you can like if there's like 3 tasks they come to ask you to do, and 2 of them are easy, and one of them it requires like a lot of work, and you and it's hard to explain and articulate, you can say in the next week, do easy task 1, and maybe you can even do both of them right away, and then like you can get the other one 90% done, and so that way next week you can report some progress. And it might be tempting to do both easy things immediately and then report both of those, but you can kind of what's the right word to describe that, to choreograph how your reporting goes. And it's like it might feel deceptive, but technically, like you're still acting in the best interests of the customer. Like if you're actually doing the work, then that's just how it has to get done. Last time I had to do that, I printed all the source code our team had written over years. Yeah, I guess some managers might not appreciate that. It'll probably take a lot of paper. The old Margaret Hamilton trick. I'm not familiar with that. Margaret Hamilton. Crow D says, "Hi, Mr. Robert. How are you doing? Not too bad. How are you?" Thoughts on Linux operating systems in general? They're pretty cool, I guess. I'm a fan of Linux, given my significant number of videos on the topic. I paid for the printing. Some of the value, though, in software development is deleting lines of code, though. So it's not just about how many lines you get in the end. Yeah, now I've heard one of my manager at Amazon, I'd never heard this term before, but apparently there's managers. I'm not sure how global this is in the industry, but he used the term sandbagging. So he would always come to me and ask, like, how much time does it take to complete this task? And I would try to give conservative estimates to be like, well, it could take this, because I don't want to tell him it's going to take some small amount of time and then it takes way more. And he would always say that I was sandbagging him by I would give a reasonable estimate of how long it would take to do something. It'd be like, can you do it in half that time? So your manager may kind of push back on you. And so when you to get that time to do like the invisible refactoring work you have to do, or preparation or whatever it is, you have to kind of take those small tasks and say like, okay, we're still working on, adding that text box or something. But really you're also kind of shoehorning in some of your other side work. But if they kind of know, if they have an intuition about how long it takes, they may push back on you, and that's the challenge of being a good communicator and a skilled consultant, is you figure out how to deal with the customer. yeah, so that's basically it for today. I don't really have any content prepared. Don't have anything else to work on tonight, so I'll probably just call it a night. Otherwise, I'll just be spacing out. I can use this time to work on other stuff. I got to catch up on some cleaning. My manager had just been the general manager of WNBC New York. He was an imbecile that didn't understand the software value either. Left the company. He was fired soon after. And he became yeah, that's how it goes. It's unfortunate how much poor leadership there is in the world. Hadn't checked much of the channel, mainly live. Guess I should check how to become 37 and broke video. Yep, that's a popular one. Yeah, I guess if you asked about Linux, so if you want to know my thoughts on Linux, I have many videos on Linux. Humans are disappointing. It depends on the human. Some humans are pretty cool. Getting blocked for the domain. Huh. Favorite command? Oh, I have a video on that. Check out my shorts page. Are you doing any Linux consulting these days? Nope. Depends on your expectations of others. Yeah, I guess it can be variable. Do you consider yourself pretty cool, Robert? I hope so. But with that, I'll probably call it a night, and I'll be back tomorrow night for day 146. Either I'll be back on Arch Linux, or never back again. Arch can be challenging if you don't like fixing stuff all the time. I try to recommend Ubuntu if you just want to get work done, but I guess it depends what your priorities are. Anyway, have a good night, everyone.